What's up, good people? How you doing? Snickyo. Happy Tuesday. Yahushua was in the wilderness 40 days and 40 nights, fasting, praying. The Ruach led him to the wilderness for 40 days and 40 nights. So you can imagine how tired he was, how fatigued he was. If he fasted anytime 8 hours or more, let's just say 4 hours to 8 hours, you can imagine how you feel. Frustrated, you're hungry, you're irritated a little bit. So you can imagine 40 days and 40 nights. That was a special privilege to be able to do that. The Ruach HaKodesh allowed Yahushua to fast 40 days and 40 nights. But not only that, is what happened while he fasted, after the fast. Satan came. Satan came to tempt Yahushua. And it was, some tempts. He was like, hey, turn these stones into bread. And Yahushua was like, man cannot eat bread alone, but by the word of Yahuwah, the Father. Pass that test. Boom. Satan was like, okay, cast yourself off these rocks. Because you know the Most High gonna save you. He can send angels to save you. And Yahushua was like, do not tempt the Most High. And Satan was like, you know what? All right, I'm going to the highest part of this mountain. I give you all of this if you just bow down and worship me. And Yahushua was like, have no other Elohim but the Father. Satan tempted Yahushua in his weakness while he was fasting. He tempted him in his flesh. And Yahushua, all-knowing, all-powerful, was given the power through the Father to do the will of the Father. So in the wilderness, when Satan tempted him in his flesh, turn these stones into bread, Yahushua replied, man should not eat on bread alone, but by the word of the Father. That's a spiritual need. So Yahushua knew the importance of being spiritually fed, being spiritually strengthened, being spiritually disciplined, so that when Satan does come to tempt you in your physical needs, because Satan knew that man was up here fasting 40 days and 40 nights. He gonna be hungry. He gonna be frustrated. So if I tempt him to say turn his stones into bread because of what he thought was his physical needing to be met, he gonna do it. But when your spiritual needs are high and you're working on your spiritual needs by feeding on the word daily, regardless of what Satan does to tempt you, distract you with your physical needs not being met, is what we're seeing in the world. A lot of our physical needs aren't not going to be met, and you're seeing it time and time again. People are losing their jobs. People are getting sick. Your physical needs, if you're not strengthened in the spiritual, with reading the word, seeking the Most High, having faith, you're going to be moved. And that's where Satan wants you to be at. He thought Yahushua was going to be moved, not knowing. He was like, man can't eat on bread alone, but by the word of the living Father. Boom, come on. Cast yourself off this. Do not tempt the Father. I'll give you all this. Man, please. Only have one Elohim and worship him, and that's Yahuwah the Father. Get behind me. Strengthen your spiritual needs so when Satan tries to come and attack you in the physical, you stand strong in who you believe and where your faith lies in.